You better turn up by yourself. You better turn up by yourself. You better get your playlist and your speaker and turn up by yourself. Get your six pack, lock your doors, close your blinds, and do that by yourself. Or get you one friend or something. You ain't got to do that every day, but you have to set boundaries. There have to be a limit. There have to be limitations. There have to be some kind of banner. Even if you don't have children, respect and protection for you, protecting your worth and who you are and what you're building. Nobody needs to know everything you're doing. We appreciate the idea and the energy of social media, but it doesn't mean everything has to be on there. There are there are a demographic of people who are very smart and wise. I notice that they only use social media to promote their brand. They do not get on social media and crash out. They do not get on social media and keyboard thug with anyone, get the battling and beefing with folks. There are a particular demographic, I'm just going to say that, who only, and you probably know who this is, who only get on social media to promote their brand. And every time you see them, they're promoting something. They're promoting something. Most likely, if they feel like they want to crash out, they're going to go talk to somebody or go take a break somewhere. They're going in a straight hermit mode. But you don't never see them on social media unless it's business. They don't put their personal on there. And they're not about to beef with nobody on there. They're not about to crash out. They're not about to crash out. What you put on social media will be here forever and ever, ever, and ever, ever. Beyond 3,000. But make sure you're setting boundaries. The energy of the Empress here, this is someone who is well equipped, fine in tune, very blessed and fortunate. But the energy of the Empress, male or female, gender is fluid in tarot, is the energy of someone who's able to enjoy what they have, to enjoy life and the bliss, and have a form of peace. It's about having some form of peace. And you're excited for this person to leave your home. And I'm picking up, you like, I wish you well, but never again. You really did one on me, cuz. Okay, it could be a cousin, maybe a relative or a friend, whomever. Okay? You're like, you really took advantage. You really showed you didn't care that I opened my home to you. And so, hey, maybe you're planning a date night. You and your boo, like, yeah, they gone. We can, baby, come on over. We can wiggle our toes in the air. You don't have to scream into the pillow. They leaving. We don't have to turn the radio all the way up. They leaving. But you want to have some form of peace. Doesn't matter who you are. You want some form of peace, especially where you live. I brought it up several times before, but there are people, folks working hard, man. People work hard. Everybody do. Whether you working, hustling, whatever, everybody work hard to provide, and everybody doing the best they can. And there are people who work hard. I'm talking about when they get out the car, they limping. We're the Epsom salt type work, who don't even want to go in their own home. They get off work and they sit in their driveway. I've been picking up on this energy for a while. So hello, you, if you're watching. But I'm sharing, what you're experiencing, because it's very deep, and it's not right. It's sad. It really is. You love your family, you love your job, you love your children, but the energy behind the door where you live in your home is so chaotic and so toxic. And, there's always some noise. And I'm seeing someone pull up in their driveway. And as you turn the corner before you get to your driveway, you become full of enraged anxiety because you shake your head and you say to yourself, oh, I wonder what it's going to be today. Now you're off work, you're still in your uniform. The whole goal is to get off work, and go home, take a shower and woosah, relax. But it infuriates you because every time you come home, you take your time. Not saying you hate your family, but you take your time going in the house because there's always something going on. Someone coming to you with a need, a complaint, or somebody wants to have a disagreement about something. There's a lot of friction in your home, and it makes you very uncomfortable, and it creates anxiety from time to time. No one should work like that. Doesn't matter what kind of job you have, and you sit in your driveway and don't even want to get out of your car. You want to get out because you want to go take that hot shower and find something to eat, but you're like, what is they about to say when I get out the car today? What is they, you know, and that's what this is about, setting boundaries and enforcing them. And in order to enforce a boundary, it doesn't mean you have to be confrontational. You don't have to curse anyone out. You set the rules and you stick to them, and you let no one waver them. And what that does, that trains people on how to respect you. If they're going to be in your life, if they want to come and visit you, they know to call you first. They can't just pull up in your driveway blowing the horn at 7 a.m., or when they want to, 3, 4 in the morning. You set those boundaries. You have to have rules. You don't allow people to just do what they want. You give them one step and they'll take another. You give them 2 steps, they'll take 3. They'll expand in the wrong way, in the wrong direction. And then, that burdens the relationship you have with that person. Whether it's a family member, this could be your best friend, somebody you go way back with, because they are accustomed to you allowing them to have their way in your life. There is nothing wrong with having rules, policies, or laws or boundaries. I love all of them. There is nothing wrong with that. People don't like when they don't have control of you, and if a person has a problem with you just setting boundaries for your lifestyle, I'm not going to even say home, for your life, because it's about you, collective. It's about you being happy and being safe and enjoying life and protecting your children. Even if you don't have children, your grandchildren, they may visit you, your nieces, your nephews. You want to have a certain kind of energy. I'm speaking to a particular group, those who like to declutter, and you may know, maybe you got a little hoarding going on. You like to clutter, the mess, the nasty, the flop house. Go for the gold. I'm not talking to you, but those, who this reading is for, don't be afraid to enforce your boundaries. And it's over. Ding dong, they're gone. And, it had you feeling defeated because I'm picking up, there was a time that you were going to tell this person, get out, but you didn't want to because you're like, look, I made a promise. I told them they could stay to blase, blase, but they found a place. This story here, this person has found a place. They've been approved and it's in the works. Okay. So this concludes the read. I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good and you enforce your boundaries.